Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Congratulations, 47th President of the United States, Dr. Cornel West. I am, of course, joined by my guest, who I will let introduce herself here in just a moment. But remember, as always with this podcast, I'm not talking about my own, I'm not talking about subscribing. We're here to get Dr. West in the White House. That's the goal, that's the mission. And we want to remind everybody to visit the website, cornelwest2024.com, where you can volunteer, you can donate, you can learn about the platform. Lots of great things. So go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Edie Arndell. I am a volunteer in Southern Illinois, but I have helped Tracy a little bit in Indiana with the Cornel West campaign. I'm an artist, a mom, yada yada, all the stuff. Semi-retired, but yeah. So I have time to do this, which I love.
So the way this show works is we basically discuss the 5 dumbest, idiotic, moronic excuses or objections to Dr. West running. There are now 6. So we'll discuss those, but I always like to start off with this before we get to my first question. Put your questions in the comment section. Remember, I don't do comments as they come in. I just kind of look over, and once I see a bunch of them, I'll just start highlighting them. That's what we'll do. So we'll ask Edie, why do you support Dr. West?
I think the main reason is the duopoly has to go. They do not represent us, and it's never been more obvious than now. 70% of the country wants a ceasefire and to stop funding the genocide in Israel, and yet it's still happening. So that should tell you that the government we have does not work. And Dr. West has always been on the right side of that issue, and I think he will do an excellent job.
That was very quick. I'm like, okay. I thought she's going to go back to when she met him on the campus of blah.
Practice. I first saw him on the Burning Campaign Trail. I was like, who is this guy? He's amazing. And then when I found out he was running, I'm just like, yeah, I'm in.
I've never seen Dr. West in person.
Me neither. Just on the TV.
Just on the TV. So if the campaign is listening, no, we're going to skip that. So the first idiotic, moronic, and I hate to use the word stupid, but these are just really, I mean, let me say this before I get to reason number 1. Y'all trying your best. I'm going to have to give you that. You are coming up with things that I'm like, I didn't even think people could be this stupid. I literally am like, huh? What? Huh? The first one, and we have heard this a lot, gathering petitions.
Mm-hmm.
A vote for Dr. Cornel West is a vote for Donald Trump.
Ha. Well, I did do a little petition signature gathering for you. And
you mean for Dr. West, not for me, because
for you in Indiana, as in Illinois, for Dr. West, yeah, overall. But it goes back to the first part. The duopoly doesn't work for us, and you have to earn your vote. And as far as I'm concerned, neither one has earned my vote. Biden, never liked him, but that's me. Big supporter of the Iraq War. My son was in the Iraq War, so I have a kind of a personal grudge. He kind of made that happen, and my son is still having issues because of that. And I'm sorry, I think he's a little too old and not well. Definitely not an option. And Donald Trump, some of the things he's been saying, I am not in favor of at all. Just it seems like it's got a violent undertone, and I want peace. So
See, Edie is really nice. Tracy is gonna say this the way Tracy says it.
okay.
Like I care. I literally don't care. I'm gonna vote my conscience. I'm going to vote my conscience. I'm so over the Democrat, and I criticize the Democratic Party, um, because people that look like me tend to vote Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm harder on them than I am the Republicans because I feel like the Republicans, they tell me who they are. So I don't have to really worry about it. And the Democrats kind of do this false, oh, we're for you, but now is not the time. But there's literally no study that proves that by voting for Dr. West, you're voting for Dr. Trump. Dr. Trump. Oh gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Please,
I'm sorry.
don't
I'm
give
so
it
sorry. Don't do that. Oh, don't skip that. It's been a tiring
give him
day.
any ideas. He'll open up a clinic or something. It'll be crazy.
Oh, he already tried Trump University, which he earned a master's degree at.
Anything you can make money at. I actually went and looked up Trump. Unfortunately, my dad is a Trump supporter. I'm working on him, but I went and tried to find his campaign website, and all it is complaining first, how everybody hates him and is unfair, and second, give me your money.
And you would think a supposed billionaire, he really shouldn't need your money, should he? I mean, he's a billionaire, right? But
Well,
it's like that whole statement is like, I owe Biden my vote. Bro, you haven't done anything that makes me want to vote for you.
yeah, where's the $15 an hour minimum wage, which is
Oh,
not
we offer 15. We offer 15.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
so good.
I'm just saying that's what he promised. So when they promise things, do not believe them. None of them. Let me show me the action. Show me that you got it done, and then I'll think about it. I am sick and tired of promises. I cannot take it anymore. I have been promised the moon, and I have gotten jack.
And think about it like this in terms of the black vote. Joe Biden cannot win without black people vote for him. There's no way. Like, Republicans can kind of get away with not having black support because they've done it. Joe Biden doesn't win without black support. And I've heard more black people, thank you, people, thank you, brothers and my sisters have said, I'm tired. And I'm like, yes, here's who you should vote for. Because it's so arrogant. It's so like, you have to vote for one of the two. No, I don't. There's plenty of choices for president, and I believe Dr. West is the best of the best.
Me too.
I believe, West is the best. Ha ha ha. Just did it wrong.
Sure
you got the new shirt. See, I have the old one. I have the one with the green on it.
Oh, yeah?
And I got to get the one with the one that you have. But that's like $32. I'm like, but see, I'm gonna get one. But I wonder, when I hear that, because we just did some canvassing at a local church, and people were just like, but Trump. And I'm like, what? When did Trump derangement syndrome become a thing? Like, it's like everybody has Trump derangement syndrome, and I'm like, I don't understand.
It's on purpose. It is pushed relentlessly in the mainstream media. I mean, look at MSNBC, how much they just like, Trump. And what they don't tell you is that they made a lot of money off Trump.
You mean MSDNC? That's what I call them.
And, and Dr. West says, you got your choice of World War III with Biden and Civil War II with Trump. I'm sorry. I don't want neither one.
Don't apologize. Because remember, Joe Biden said I wasn't black. Because I didn't vote for him. Oh, you remember? Yeah.
I remember that now.
Like, dude, did you just say that out loud? And people were like, well, yeah, but what happened? What he meant? No, I heard what he said.
Was that on the Breakfast Club or something?
Charlemagne the God. Yes, the Breakfast Club. No, it wasn't on the Breakfast Club. He did it like
okay.
Because he's not going to come to the studio. right?
Oh, yeah.
They did like a Zoom interview thing, and he was
Yeah.
like, "If you don't vote for me and vote for Trump, you ain't black."
Yeah, but
And
what about the crime bill?
or yeah, I don't want my children to go to school with black children. That's like a jungle or whatever it was he said.
Yeah. Well, he was instrumental in passing the crime bill too, right?
I
Which
thought he wrote it. If
it probably
anybody out there does not knows, I know he wrote the credit bill. I know he's the one that wrote the bill that prevents you from putting student loans into bankruptcy. I know that one. Yeah, so he's really responsible for that. And when you look at them, and then I promise I'm going to move on. But when you look at the two of them, I personally don't have a problem with Biden's age because I believe there's wisdom in age. This is something I grow to believe.
yeah.
I have a problem with his policies. I have
Well,
a real problem with his
for me
dude.
it's both. For me it's both, and it's not necessarily his age. It's that I don't think he's well. He's one of those people that didn't age well, and he doesn't seem like he's all there to me.
Yeah, because if you look at like Bernie Sanders, say what you want about Bernie
He's
Sanders,
sharp though.
call him a sellout, call him what you want. The dude is pretty sharp. It's like, oh, okay, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it.
Yeah. Bernie's still sharp as shit. I'm sorry. Are you allowed to cuss? Sorry.
Okay, no, see, now we're gonna see. I don't know what is wrong with y'all here. Now Tracy says, Tracy, ask you, please do not cuss. So you now have to donate $7 to the campaign.
Okay.
Now we don't know if the other person last week
Got
did.
it halfway out.
Yeah, but because I disdain profanity. Like I can't stand it. It irks me to like my
All right,
core.
girl. I'll be good from now on.
No, I have got to. He said $1. No, it's seven. She's gonna donate $7.
Should be
Um,
I only got it halfway out and caught myself. That's okay.
but
That's what I donate 10.
okay, you all heard her. She's gonna donate $10.
But I challenge everyone else to do the same.
Exactly. Go to CornelWest2024.com to donate $10 and say, "Cause Edie got a foul mouth." That's
Well,
why.
I was married to a sailor and I used to drive a truck and I worked with guys all the time. That has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
And if you look at Trump, and this I promise is my last point. If you look at Trump and you look at Biden and compare them, there's a whole lot of similarities.
Yeah.
They both aren't quite there. Like you could tell something's wrong. And
Mhm.
I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, any of that stuff. They're both for wars.
Mhm.
They're both for tax cuts to the. I'm like, if I didn't see them in the room at the same time, I
Yeah.
would think they were the same person. Except for the problem is, I've seen them both in the room at the same time. I'm like, they're the same person.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
No, I mean, like if you just literally, I challenge anybody who's on the fence. Take Trump, take Biden, and start comparing them. You're going to see a whole lot of similarities. A
Well,
lot of
and
them.
the other thing that I just watched Jon Stewart from like 10 days ago, he re-upped his Daily Show. He's got from a rally, Trump actually saying it out of his mouth that people that steal should be shot on the spot, and people supporting it. Like he is for shredding the Constitution completely. He
Now
wants to
here,
be dictator on day one. I heard it at a rally out of his own mouth. There was a video clip, and it was not edited. Yeah.
here's what
And
I will say.
and then the other thing, hang on, the other thing that I didn't hear him say directly, but his former Secretary of
Drink
Defense,
bleach.
his former Secretary of Defense said that the military should shoot the protesters in D.C. Yeah, unarmed. It is our right to protest. That is American. That is what
As
America should be.
now the
And it's protected in the
Constitution.
Constitution.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I if the Constitution was burned tomorrow, I wouldn't cry because I'm like, because essentially, hear me out. It was written by a bunch of white slave owning people who say it takes three of me to make one person. Are you serious? Are you
No,
serious?
I definitely disagree with that part. It does have other parts that are good, though.
There are some parts that are good. Free speech, freedom of
Like
religion. Those
Bill of
parts are
Rights.
good. But if you look at those founding fathers, oh no,
Oh,
nope,
I know. I know.
nope, nope, nope.
No, no excuses. Whatever. Right. So what? It was that time. So what?
Yes.
Still a
I
human.
mean, we learned skills and everything, Ron DeSantis. Oh, shut up, Tracy. Let me get to point number two. Let me get to point number two.
Okay.
The one that irritates me to the umpteenth, to the uttermost, to the, I could probably do a whole video for an hour on this one. Now is not the time.
Is that to me? Now is
No, that's what they'll say to Dr. West. Him running is now's not the time.
my answer is ding ding ding. Now is the perfect time. There's never been a better time. That's my answer. And they'll say why? And I'll say refer to number one. The duopoly does not listen to you. How many phone calls have they had? How many letters? How many protests have they had? And they still do not do what we ask them to do. They do not represent us. And Gaza has opened a window of time with how bad this is, that people are more open to voting for a third party or independent candidate now than ever. That's my answer.
Well, again, so Edie's going to play nice. Tracy is not going to play nice. It's never going to be the time. It's never going to be the time in the Democrat Republican Party for somebody outside the system to run. Never. There's no perfect time. They have no set of time. They never can tell you whether it's 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. They never define it because they always move the goalposts. It's always this, let's move the goalposts. No reparations. Now is not the time. That's a perfect example. Reparations has been, it's a committee, and then it went away, and then it came back, and now it's just kind of sitting in Congress doing nothing. It's taking the goalposts and just moving it and moving it and moving it and moving it.
It's incrementalism at a snail's pace, which means we will never get there. And if they weren't so worried about it, they wouldn't make it so hard to get on the ballot. You could just say, I'm running. Here's my credentials. Let's go. But no.
You would think now. I'm so glad you brought up that point. If I'm Joe Biden, and I'm not giving the Democrat Party advice because I hope you lose in spectacular fashion. I want a Dr. West victory so bad so I can just laugh in your face and be like, ha 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 ha. But see, I'm not that way. I'm gonna be the bigger person. But I just wonder, like, if and this goes for Donald Trump and Biden, they're in a two-party system. If your record is so good, okay, everybody run. Let everybody primary me. This is my record. I'm gonna stand on it. Nope. Let's not point to my accomplishments, which are few. And that's the core of it. They know they don't have any accomplishments. So they plot and they may get it on the ballot so hard because people not gonna like this. They're scared. They're absolutely terrified that people will say, I've had enough.
Well, I had enough in 2015, but I've extra had enough now.
I say for me, it was 2015. See, mine was before then. Mine was a little bit because I voted for Hillary. I'm sorry, I did.
Oh, that was 2016.
That was 2016. And then
Yeah.
I said, I'm never going back. Never, ever, ever, ever. Never,
Yeah,
ever.
I voted for her too, and it was hard to
Didn't
do.
you want to throw up? You were like,
I'm sorry. After I haven't done that since. In 2000, I voted for Nader.
That's what I did. That's
And
exactly what I did.
quick story, if you have time. I read about him in Rolling Stone back when Rolling Stone was really good. I don't think it's as good anymore. And I was like, wow, this guy's really got it going on. And I kind of knew about him from before, doing the safety for the cars and all that. Um, well, I'm watching C-SPAN, which is supposed to be all about politics, right? Ralph Nader's getting ready to come speak at a rally, and they cut away to George Bush's workout room, not George Bush working out, his workout room. And I was like, oh, wait, what is happening here?
And if you would think about it, like we both said, if you have a record and you have a strong record, okay, let's debate. You name the place, you name the time. No matter of fact, I'll name the place, I'll name the time, and we could just have this out right now. We could just have a good time.
They're not even doing debates, are they?
No, Trump. I would give the Republican Party a little bit of speck of a credit. They did have a debate, kind of, because Trump didn't show up to any of them, and he still won the nomination. How does that happen? Biden was like, "Oh no, we're not having them," and they can sit here and say, "Well, if the DNC is separate from the president." Yeah, and I'm married to Idris Elba, and I don't have gray hair, and I'm not 50 years old, and you can follow me on my OnlyFans page. Really? Really? We have some.
We didn't even have primaries in all the states.
No, Florida, North Carolina. We're having one, but like
point.
Yeah, and then voter turnout isn't high. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, you didn't give us anything to vote for. Yep. Yeah, I had some friends in California that I was trying to convince to go vote for Dr. West, and like, well, I can't vote in the Democratic primary. I'm like, that it doesn't matter, right? It's going to be Biden, no matter how you vote.
Yep, you can vote.
Decided.
Yeah, it's like they sat around and said, okay, this person. And why? Because he's a part of the corporate interest. It's like as much as I despise this. Well, no, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to get to the comments because then I'll start talking about the electorate.
Did somebody ask something?
No, I just go into the comments because I know there's a lot of them. Hello, 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 hello. And I know who this is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. At True Fushnik. Oh, check your email. You still haven't gotten back to me because I had a great idea. DJ, yep, that's DJ. Time for the Love Warriors. Okay. Dr. Trump. It was a slip. I literally did not mean to call him Dr. Trump. I was talking about Dr. West, and what happened was it just kind of ran in together. Like, it just ran together. And I didn't mean it. Y'all forgive me. Don't do that I won't.
Forgive me, Tracy. It's fine.
$1 for your cursing, but hey, Parker, how are you? Plus $6. I don't think she's gonna beat DJ. Yeah, you beat DJ's record. I'm like, DJ, I'd let you slide. And then finally, I think one metric for when people might be willing to support third party is that they are able to get members of that party in federal or state legislators so that they have more credibility. Yes.
Well, in Illinois, we're starting the Justice for All party.
Same.
Are you doing that there in Indiana?
That's right, the Justice.
So it will continue past this election. I think people need to know that. This is not a one and done. Like Dr. West says, it's a moment in a movement.
Exactly. And number three. Like all of these agitate me. They literally all agitate me. But like I said, that now is not the time. I'm like, you really? Name the time. Name it.
They've been saying that for 100 years. So come on.
And I actually said it was 6. It's probably 7 because I literally just thought of one. A vote for Dr. West is a wasted vote.
A vote for Biden or Trump is a wasted vote because it's not what you want, and they do nothing. They are the lesser
Infrastructure.
of two
No,
evils.
infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, that's what people keep telling me every time I say Biden hasn't done anything. Infrastructure. I'm like,
Fair. My roads are still messed up.
so we live in the same state? I mean, seriously. I'm like, oh, and insulin. Let me remind everybody of insulin. Trump is the one that put the cap at $35. I want everybody that's Democrat to listen to the words that just came out of my mouth. I know you think that Biden did. He did not. Trump did it in July of 2020 and said it was going to go into effect in January of 2021. Biden got elected. He paused it. Sit there and let people who have diabetes get sicker because that's what happens when diabetics don't take insulin. We get sicker and sometimes we die. And then brought it back in October, and now y'all just giving them credit. I can't. I can't with y'all. I cannot with y'all.
It's the little incremental, not even half measures. It's like little tiny things. Why didn't he make a cap on all drugs? Why didn't he just do a prescription drug bill and people that can't afford it don't have to pay?
And here's one: Medicare for all.
Yeah.
Medicare for all. I don't know how many times I had to start. This is how I got involved in the whole thing. When I heard, well, first of all, when I heard Dr. West was running, I was like, I'm in. I don't care. I'm in. I'm in. Tell me how to volunteer. Tell me where to sign up. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. But I know he's for Medicare for all. I don't have to doubt it. I don't have to. And he's for what?
Medicare for all and beyond. I think it says that on his
Yes,
platform.
and beyond. Beyond Medicare for all.
Yeah.
I don't even think, no pun intended to the Green Party. I don't even think the Green Party goes that far.
I haven't checked it.
I'm almost.
I have nothing against the Green Party.
No, me neither. But I'm just saying. I'm like, Cornel's gonna be the guy for me. But
I think it's something fresh. I think people have their mind whether they like the party or they don't. So doing something different kind of gives us an edge, in my opinion.
Yeah. So. And you say they're doing things in increments. My argument, they're not doing anything. I mean, I'm like, what has this administration, what has Trump accomplished? Like, Trump got 4 things right, literally.
Okay.
The stimulus checks that were not enough.
Mm-hmm.
He pardoned Alice Johnson, and he forgave the loan debts of veterans. Those 3 things, and I'm basically stretching. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just give you those 3. Yeah. What else did he do? Crime went up. He had children in cages.
Well,
then Biden.
On.
Thank you. I actually got into an argument with somebody, and I said, "You do realize children are still in cage?" Oh no, they're not. Yes, they are.
Down and check it out.
I mean, I literally showed them. I'm like, this. Oh no, that's Russia.
And don't fall for the Russia stuff. They're trying to distract us. The issue of the world right now is Gaza. It's a genocide happening in real time.
And don't forget about Congo.
Yeah.
And Haiti. And other places that America has dipped its nose in. Yeah. Why are they coming here? Because you ruined their country.
There's multiple, and it's been going on for decades. But Gaza is a trapped people, and it's happening at a rate never before seen. According
to that's true. No, I don't want to downplay Gaza. It's what's getting people's attention. But I'm like, hey, don't forget about Congo. That's all I'm saying. Don't forget about Congo because the things that are happening there are just atrocious. I'm saying remember them and the Palestinians, right? Because when one group is being oppressed, everybody's being oppressed.
Yep.
But But it's just it amazes me, and this is off subject, but I don't care because what y'all gonna do? Shut me down?
Your show, girl.
How? Oh, I don't want to say stupid. I don't want to say
Naive.
blind. Blind. That's the word I want to use.
Hey.
How blind? BLIND. That Democrats the vote blue no matter who. I mean, they are just they're blue MAGA. To me, they are just as bad. You can't say anything. You can say something legitimate criticism about Biden. Well, Trump, I think I said something like, well, why did it take Biden so long to visit Hawaii when the fires happened? Well, Trump, no. Trump's not president anymore. See, we only have one president at a time. See,
Right.
see. Now, Trump was president back then, and yes, he threw the rolls of toilet rolls, or was it paper towels?
I don't know.
Yeah, he threw the paper towels. Okay, that was stupid, terrible, and offensive. So that excuses Biden? That makes it okay that he fell asleep? It's like,
Well, that's what they do, though. I mean, and I find that in people that I talk to, like when, my dad, for instance, I'll be complaining about Trump, and he'll say, "But Biden." I said, "Did I say I liked Biden? Did I say I support Biden? No, I did not." I said they all need to go. Anybody that's taken APAC money, I'm sorry, foreign lobby that is not registered. It is a foreign country that is influencing our elections and our politicians, and nobody talks about that.
I think, this should be going back.
Lobbyists kicked out of DC. Period. If you're getting paid to do that, you need to get out.
Exactly. And you would think I think the advantage they have is that people don't care.
Money.
Well, money, yeah, that's obvious. But they know the American public is dealing with, hey, I got to pay my bills. I got to put food on the table. I got to do all these things. I don't have time to be sitting around caring about who's lobbying who. They should care about those things. They absolutely should care about those things.
Mm-hmm.
But they know that people are distracted by everyday life. So
and
they
that's
know.
purpose too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Oh my.
there's some graph. I can't remember where it was, but showed like productivity and wages, how they were kind of together for a while, just kind of riding along the same path, right? And then when was it? 80s?
Productivity went up, and pay didn't go anywhere.
Stayed the same. They just was creeping up like this. Yeah, that's on purpose. So they make you work harder for less, which means you don't have time to think about what they're doing. Yeah.
And there are actively groups, and this is what I want to talk about.
Number 4.
No. Well, number 4 is coming up, but I just saw a comment that I'm going to let you have here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put this one up now. I broke my own rule, but I want you to address this one.
I'll try.
Cornel West sports a brutal neoliberal imperialistic record.
How so?
See, you are so nice.
Explain that. I don't understand.
Yeah, because I'm like, he's so non-Leo. I can't. He's not.
He's not a neoliberal. He's a justice warrior, as far as I can tell. That is not neoliberal. Neoliberal is about incremental change. It's about status quo. It's about the Bill Clinton economics.
No. It's Reagan. Because if you think about it, every president after Jimmy Carter is some iteration of Reagan.
Yeah.
George Bush was Reagan's vice president. Bill Clinton was cool Reagan. George W. Bush was Texas Reagan. Barack Obama was black Reagan. Donald Trump was sexual harassment Reagan. And Biden is old Reagan. Like they're all because they all take that same trickle down economy, and if the corporations do well, somehow it's going to trickle down to us knowing good. Well, that never happens.
Well, the budget they just passed, $1.2 trillion. Everybody that's concerned about the deficit 70 cents of every dollar goes to our the Pentagon to start crap everywhere around the world. Crap's not a cuss word, is it?
No, it's not.
I pulled it back just in time. Um, yeah. What could that 70 cents on the dollar do here?
Oh, they explain.
Yeah.
I will help you. He endorsed and campaigned for Bill Bradley way back in the 90s, the Democratic Party's daddy of neoliberalism. But that, okay, yeah, I'm answering it.
30 years ago.
Yeah,
And
I'm like, how
I'm
many?
sorry. He was supporting Bernie. I mean, when that's all you have to choose from, you know, who did
Yeah,
I'd like to ask your commenter, who did they vote for? Who did they support? Were they with Bernie? Did they push the envelope? Did they look for third parties? And not to mention that was 30 years ago. People change. No,
there's
you
a,
know better, you do better, right?
Cornel West supported the bombing of Belgrade and regime change of socialist Muammar Gaddafi. That nope, nope, nope,
He's he's
nope,
he's,
nope, no, no, nope, nope, nope.
he's for
No,
peace.
nope. I got something for this one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put up. Nope, not today. I won't. Nope.
All you gotta do is look at the platform and listen to him talk, and you'll
Nope.
know that that's not true.
Oh, I banned the wrong person.
Well, they can say stuff. I'm fine with it.
No, 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 no. I banned. I am God. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ban you, but that man made me mad. Come back in, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ban you. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So sorry. Um, I'm trying to get him back, but I can't. But hopefully he'll try to come back and I can undo it. But
Okay.
I'm like, nope, I don't got.
You just can't.
I can't with the misinformation. I just can't. Like, you might as well say he was at a Klan rally and he was the first Black Klansman. I mean, oh gosh,
Yeah. He's anti-war. It's all over.
anti-war.
Yeah. And he's not a pacifist. So he's not afraid to defend the country. But
Exactly. I'm just like,
this is a perfect combination in my opinion.
let me get myself calmed down.
Take a breath.
I'm trying, but I like I said, I've heard some silly
Yeah.
things, and I'm just not gonna.
I know. One of the YouTube things that he did, somebody got in there and it was at a church in South Carolina. I'm like, what is this? A sermon? I'm like, he's in a church. How did you think it was gonna be? You know?
Let's see.
Of course it's
He
gonna lean that way.
he teaches at a seminary. He's in a church. Hmm.
Mhm.
Some
Hmm.
say that they don't like Cornel West because he calls everyone brother or sister. There's too many dumb excuses.
Well,
I've heard people say that, like they'll call, and I
doesn't
can.
mean he supports everything you are, but we are
No,
all
we know that, and Nelson he
we
knows
are
that too. Yeah, Nelson's on our side. Trust me, Nelson's on our side.
yeah.
But I think he's raising that because people just have. That's one of the reasons I decided to do the podcast because people just have idiotic, stupid. I'm like, are you serious?
It's a it's a
Reason.
it's a campaign based on truth, justice, and love. And if you do not love your fellow brother and sister, what are you doing here? Doesn't mean you agree with them, doesn't mean that you support them if they're wrong, but we are still in this together. Sorry, not buying it.
Yep. Number three. Number three finally got to it.
Oh, I thought we were on four.
or no, wait a minute. Oh yeah, four.
Okay.
Four. Okay. Um, do I want to do the taxes or do I want? Oh, here's one. Okay. Cornel West cannot be trusted to run America because he owes taxes.
I'm sorry, that's not worth an answer.
Yes, I have actually heard this.
I know. I did see him talk about that on, it was one of those business networks. I can't remember, like Forbes or something. And he is paying them. He's paying installments. And who here on this call has not paid stuff off in installments? I think that's everyone I know.
Something called a mortgage,
And
something called a car note.
not to mention, he is not in charge of the money. That is Congress's job. And if you know how the government is supposed to work, it is Congress's job to handle the money. So he's not in charge of the money. So, fail. Sorry. Try again.
See, it is doing really good. I want to take you, like when we do our big old push in Indiana, and I got a big, huge announcement at the very, 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 very
I
end.
know what it is.
No, you don't.
Oh, dang. I thought I did.
No, I don't think you know this one
Hmm.
because you haven't been at the last couple of meetings, so you can't possibly know this one.
Okay.
But telling you, I've heard it. I've had people literally say it, and I'm like, well, don't you? Yeah, but he's handling. People literally think the president handles like the budget, and I'm like, no.
He just approves it. He just signs it or vetoes it. That's it. It's a yay or a nay. Other people work that out. And if he wants, if he wants to stop the military adventurism around the world, look at all the money we'll save as a country.
Now, see, I believe in monetary theory.
So do I.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like,
But once it leaves the country, it becomes real.
Well, that's true. That part is true. That part is definitely true.
So they are wasting 70 cents of every dollar on being a bully around the world. I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
And telling seniors, you're telling people you have to wait till you're 70 to retire. 70?
Reagan raised my retirement age back in the 80s to 67. It was 65. Yeah, on me. And I was a kid. Yeah. So
but Social Security will go broke if we. See, I can't.
No, it won't. All they got to do is write it down.
See, you would think, oh, you know that, I know that. The regular common person.
I was with I actually helped found the March for Medicare for All group. I'm not with them anymore. I couldn't keep up. I had a full-time job and a lot of stuff, personal stuff happening. But that's where I learned about modern monetary theory. The Real Progressives have really good podcasts about it. It's interesting.
Yeah, because if you think about it, and here's where we've been in so many wars, I tend to get them confused. One of those wars costs $300 million a day. You take $300 million and you multiply by 365 days in a year. Your calculator can't even fit that many zeros.
And that part is real money. But my understanding, my really basic overview of modern monetary theory is the federal government is the creator of the currency, and the only backstop on it is productivity. You can't outpace what the country can do. And it is not like the state budget, and it is not like the city budget, and it is not like your household budget, because they create the dollar.
Yeah, they create it.
Is to make sure that that there's not rampant inflation. That's it. Did I get it right, Tracy?
That sounds close enough to me. The fifth one. Okay. We're going through these pretty quickly, but
I'm glad I have good answers.
Yeah, you have way nicer answers.
I have not been prepped.
I'm like, boy, she came with her A. I mean, everybody's came with their A game, but this one. Now I see, all of them make me angry. But I think this one, as a Black American, makes me the most angry.
Okay.
Dr. West can't be president because he owes child support. You've never heard that one. No. Okay, I have.
Take it away, Tracy.
Watch David Hackman.
No, I don't like him. Sorry.
Girl, don't
Yeah,
apologize for not liking him. Don't
neoliberal. There you go. There's one. Yeah, he's neoliberal.
watch um who else said that? And I'm like, wait a minute. Now, if I know my Dr. West biography, I think he has at least one child the same age as I am. At least one. Because he had his first child at 23.
Mm-hmm.
That means that child is what now? 50 something. That child is 50 plus.
Yeah.
How you gonna owe child support on a child that's 50 years old? Please explain this to me, because I don't understand it.
Well, just because they say it doesn't mean it's necessarily true.
I
And
know, but it irritates me, and this is why it irritates me.
okay.
The media loves to present black males like they cannot take care of their children. It
Yeah.
annoys me. I cannot stand it. It makes me sick. They portray black fathers as though they're deadbeats. It's not true. Black fathers are definitely involved in the lives of their children.
They are.
I'm sick of it. That's the one that really, I mean, it's racist. It's like racist, racism. It's like all the isms in one little critique. And I'm just like, no, we're not going to do this today.
Well, and I'd like to know how they know that.
And have you ever heard his children or his ex-wives, because he's been married more than once, say anything bad about him? No.
Nope. I haven't.
I haven't either.
But I also wasn't looking.
But you would figure they're going to find something, right?
Oh yeah, if it was there, they'd find it and serve it up. But
Oh, they will find it in a minute. Be like, oh, well, see here, look, one of his children, Cornel Jr., I don't know what his son's name is.
Well, the child support system in this country is a little punitive. It's one of the only things you can be thrown in jail for. My husband went through that. It was our second marriage, and he owed back child support on his children because he lost his job over and over from companies that left the country. And then you get behind because you're looking for work. I mean, he lived in his car for a while because he was paying child support and couldn't afford an apartment. So, yeah, personal story, but is, emblematic of the kind of system we have. Yeah, of course you should take care of your kids.
But to say that
he get rid of the jobs.
Yeah, but to say he doesn't, I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all low and y'all's creepy and you trifling, but that's low. I mean that's just. I'm like, so you gonna go with that one? You really gonna do that? You really gonna do that?
I'd say, where's your proof? And why is that a thing? So is that your only concern is money? There's another thing. Is that the only concern? Is that all you're worried about is money? Well, then you're right in line with Biden and Trump then.
The answer to that question is yes. Yeah. Yes, that's all they're concerned about is money.
Right. So you fit right in with a morally bankrupt system that we have then.
And that will use race to divide people.
Yep. And it cuts across race.
It absolutely.
Yeah, it does.
But
but it's especially
that scenario I set up. Oh, the media is really good at that. Here's another one.
Okay.
Number 6. I said it was 7, but I think I got at least 2 more. Okay. Now I don't know how you feel about this, but I think we might disagree.
Okay.
Dr. West shouldn't have taken money from Harlan Crow. He should have. Well, he eventually did return it.
Don't know anything about it.
Oh wow. Okay. I apparently watch too many podcasts. So, Harlan Crow is like the guy that was pretty much buying off Clarence Thomas, allegedly. Mm-hmm. And he is supposedly a white nationalist. Don't know, but this is the alleged part. He donated the max to the campaign. And Dr. West got like super duper criticized from the left. I mean, just super duper. Like,
Hmm.
huh?
Okay.
What?
Well, I mean, you're not in control of who donates to you. You're in control of whether you accept it or not. And if he gave it back, that says more than the donation, right?
He did give it back, but
There you
see,
go.
I would have kept it. See, this is why I should never run for office. I would have kept it and told that white nationalist, "You gonna give me money to fight against you? Bring it. Tell about 15 of your friends and see get them to donate too. Cause see, we need more of it coming in. But that's just me. Okay, here's the one that I think is serious, and we might. I don't think we're going to disagree about this one.
Okay.
Dr. West cannot be trusted as president because he changes his mind too much. He changed his mind when he started off with the Movement for a White People's Party. Yes, that's what I call them. That's what I call them. Um, then he went to the Green Party.
Hmm.
Then he left and went independent, and now he's starting the Justice for All Party. If he switches that many times, how can we then trust him to make any decisions for president?
I have no idea on that one. I mean, I understand the moves because I full disclosure, I was part of the People's Party. I ran San Diego. Um, and I discovered through trial and error that it was not viable. It was kind of insider politics stuff, yada yada. But it sounds good on paper, but they didn't have any ballot access, and I knew they wouldn't. So when he announced, and I heard that, I'm like, that's not going to work. And then he went to the Green Party, and right now they're still running their primary, so they would be in control of his schedule, right? They would decide where he is and at what time. And he didn't realize that his friend Chris Hedges asked him to consider the Green Party. And I'm a huge fan of Chris Hedges. If y'all don't know him, you should look him up. He's amazing. Um, and that just wasn't going to work for the campaign. That wasn't the kind of campaign he wanted to run. And I love that he's flexible. I don't think it's indecision. I think it's, we'll try this. That's not going to work. We'll try something else. And that's what you want. You don't want somebody that's rigid and that cannot think outside of the box. That is how we got where we are now.
Exactly. Here's my thing, and I'll say it because Green Party Indiana probably going to kick me out anyway. His platform got a lot better. I don't know what happened. I don't know that platform when he was with the Green Party. It was like, okay, that's nice. But once he left and then established it on his own, I'm like, who did this? Who is the person that I have to thank for this? Because it's the best platform, not to be short sighted, but it's out of all the candidates, his is clearly the best. It clearly stands heads and shoulders above the rest. I don't know who he consulted. I don't know who he talked to. I don't know who. It wasn't me. But thank you because
Yeah,
it
exactly.
got a lot better. And to be honest, how can I say this? The Green Party isn't as organized as we would like it to be in some states.
Mhm.
And I'll just leave it at that. And I'll
Well,
be
and you know, I like them. Um, but did I say this earlier? I think people have already made up their mind whether or not they can support them or not. So starting something new is a great idea. And the Justice for All Party is a way to achieve ballot access because it goes state by state and every state has their own rules. So if you need less signatures to run a party, why wouldn't you do that? It's that part of being flexible and looking at what is and learning from it and doing something different.
yep.
The
And
shortest path to getting on the ballot. That's what we need.
and of course it should be much easier to get on the ballot.
It should
You
be.
literally should just say, I'm running for president, you're on the ballot.
Hmm.
It should be that easy.
But that is the duopoly making up all the rules
And
because
the courts
run
go along
everything.
with it because, well, Indiana lost its case in December, but they're appealing it.
About what?
The ballot access. We have to get 30, around 37,000 signatures.
Yeah.
And the Green Party, Libertarian Party took them to court, and the judge was like, "Yeah, you got some good ideas, but no, that standard stands." I'm like, "You said this out loud?"
Well,
But
and once a party gets ballot access, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's different for every state, but that goes beyond this election.
right, right.
So you can run down ballot and you can run another candidate next time. And, you know, like that is forward thinking. I am in full support of that.
Okay, I have to put this one up. If I can get universal health care and a better economy, I don't care if Cornel West owes a bookie $50. Oh wow!
Right? Oh my God, that's
I
hilarious.
said that I didn't care how many wives he had. He could have 26 wives, 26 kids, and I still wouldn't care. And then somebody was like, You're lowering your standards. I'm like, you clearly don't recognize a joke. But this one, yes, I'm gonna use that one. Cornel West is the best candidate we have, absolutely.
Mhm.
Open up comments and I'll leave a trove of neoliberalism. No, okay, see, you gonna come back. Um,
That person needs to look at what is now. You're talking about something that happened over 30 years ago. And I don't think people were as aware of how bad the duopoly is. And when I say duopoly, I mean both Democrats and Republicans.
I mean,
It
Dr.
is
West has
a system
clearly,
that is
yeah,
the same party with two faces.
he clearly has said he was misguided in supporting Biden and supporting Obama and support like
Mhm.
comments like that. I'm just like, if we're gonna really hold people back to what they did 20 and 30 years ago, can we talk about Joe Biden being allegedly accused of sexual harassment? But see, I'm not one to do that. See, I'm
Sure.
not the one to do that. And it wasn't just one woman, it was several.
Mhm.
Make me.
How is that better than Trump? It ain't. Sorry.
No, but if you believe Tara Reid and others, because she stood her ground and others just kind of went away. If you believe her, you're influenced by Russia. Everything against the Democrats is Russia's fault. Cornel West running, he's getting support from Russia. That's why we have to do fundraisers because
Well, I
Russia
didn't get
is giving.
the mail.
Russia has not sent me any check at any time for any bill that I have.
Nope. And people need to just let that go.
No, but it's the let's distract them. We can't point to something we did. We can't point to, hey,
I
look
don't
at
want
the
to get into
economy.
the Ukraine thing because people won't like what I have to say. So
Oh boy.
I'm very anti-war, and I look back at how things actually started.
Well, the United States, Ukraine was going to negotiate with Russia, and
Mhm.
guess who talked them out of it?
That crazy guy from the UK. What was his name? The blondes.
No, it was
Uh,
it was the U.S. and England and
yeah, yeah. It was. God, I can't think of his name.
the Prime Minister.
He was the prime minister that reminded everyone of Trump, and I can't think of his name.
Oh,
He flew over there and talked him out of it.
um,
Boris Johnson.
yes, that's his name. I
There it
thought you were talking about the new guy.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm like, they were going to negotiate the U.S. Oh no, don't do. Mm-mm.
And they sent little Boris over there to do our dirty work. Yep, I know.
And you would think,
Well, there was a coup in 2014. Guess who supported that?
yeah. Let me
That's
guess. Now let me think about this. Can you guess?
Anyone
Now,
know?
boys and girls, who might it be?
I don't think it was Russia.
And I'm not here to say Russia is great and they're doing. No,
No.
I'm not saying that.
And the other
But
part of that is that we promised them that we would not bring
Put them
NATO
in.
to their border, and we were doing it.
Yep. And
So when you lie, you know,
yep. But no, your stand on Ukraine is exactly mine.
okay, good.
Like I believe in sending humanitarian aid. I'm always gonna believe in humanitarian aid. That's something I won't back down from. But sending you weapons, no, I'm not sending you any weapons. I'll send you food. I'll send you medicine. I'll send you clothing. I'll send you doctors.
Mm-hmm.
No weapons. Sorry, that's just
Life affirming things.
yes. And
That
then I would say y'all
is
need to get to the
that
what y'all need to
pro-life.
do.
That is the real pro life. That is truly pro life.
It's like get to the negotiation table and hash this out because I'm not sending you any money. But um, the next one, oh boy,
Okay.
the next one. Mm-mm-mm. Who? I got to calm this down. If you vote for Cornel West, Trump will win. Like there's any proof of this, but Trump will win. The war in Gaza will get worse, and it'll be your fault.
Biden is not stopping the war in Gaza. Trump will
See,
not.
I know that, and you know that, but it's this. It's
Just
this.
go look at the votes. My congressman, Mike Bost, he sent me a flyer with Trump on it, and I'm on his email list, and he supports Israel's war. So there is no difference between them on that point. It will not get worse. It's going to be over by then. They're already starting the West Bank. Biden has not done anything. He's actually went around Congress to send
That
weapons
many times. That many times.
without
That many times.
approval.
But you know, the Republicans can't say anything to criticize them because they're
They're
for
going to
it
do
too.
something worse. Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, how can it get worse? We're sending them $14 billion.
No, 17.
Oh, geez. Well,
17.
that was the last figure. Just throw 3 billion more in there. It's fine.
Yeah, because if you don't support Israel, you're anti Semitic.
Well, it's illegal to do what we're doing, to send money to a country that is not for defense. It is not defense. They are an occupying force. You cannot defend from someone you are occupying.
Yeah, and if South
You are in
Africa
control.
hadn't, yeah, and that's why I was like, why is all? Because I totally missed the South Africa took like Israel and
I watched that.
yeah, I missed that whole thing. I got to go back and watch it.
ICJ hearings.
Yes.
They charged them. Yeah, they charged them with genocide or failure to prevent genocide. I think was the official, but people can check me. It's been a while. And I don't like how slow it moves because right now they're all starving to death. And what people don't realize is that they cannot leave.
No, because the portions they're telling them to go to
are closed.
Yeah, the borders are closed, and you're telling them, okay, move to Rafah. Oh no, we're going into Rafah.
We're
Well,
gonna
why
bomb.
are you telling them that to go there? Like,
They dropped 2-ton bombs on the most densely populated place in the world, a refugee camp in Gaza.
and
That's
Joe Biden says that there is no red line for him. So everybody that says, "Oh, you shouldn't vote for Cornel West," my only answer to you is going to be genocide. That's the only thing I'm going to ever say to you.
I did.
I have no other thing to say to you.
I did go to the Poor People's Campaign here in Springfield.
I went in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and I ran into these two guys, kind of dressed up a little, and I'm like, "Who are these guys?" So I got my Cornel West shirt on. I go up and start talking to him, and he said, "Well, I'm here to support so and so that's in the Democratic Party." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Okay, but you can step outside of that and vote for Dr. West." He's like, "Oh, I'm invested in the Democratic Party." I'm like, "How so?" "Oh, I was there when he announced." I'm like, "So you know him?" "Well, I was there." "Okay. Well, I'm invested in the Democratic Party." "What do you mean?" And he just kind of backed away. And next thing I know, he was gone. Him and his buddy. So it's about money. And it's about climb the ladder, and it's for some people.
It amazes me
It
how
just,
people will
I was like
think.
shocked. I'm like, what about the genocide in Gaza? Well, that, but I'm invested. I'm like, what is this? Well,
I don't care about whether it's a Republican. No, let me backtrack that because Dr. West is winning, period. I'm just not even going to entertain anything else. My support of Dr. West is because he is consistent, consistently anti-war, consistently for uplifting people, consistently advocating for not just the get a study commission, let's study homelessness. No, he's calling for the end of it, to eradicate it. You,
abolish. I think that's what he says,
yeah, he
right?
says abolish. Thank you.
I love that.
Who else? I know of no third party candidate. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't heard any third party candidate, first party candidate, second party say, let's eliminate homelessness. Let's abolish it.
And there's a ton of those that are veterans,
Yes,
people that laid their life down for our
who
country. They
sacrifice.
are sitting on the streets.
And you have war hawks like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and I forget who the um, secretary of the military, the secretary of the
Anthony
military,
Blinken.
not Blinken, the guy in the military uniform, the black
I
guy,
can't remember his name.
Austin something something,
Yeah.
and Lindsey Graham talking about, oh, let's go to war against Iran and China. What? Are you serious with this?
Well, they've been trying that since McCain and before. Remember McCain saying bomb Iran, doing it to Barbara.
Barbara Ann, oh my gosh, no.
I'm like, wow.
Then wonders, why did he lose? Gee, I wonder why.
Well, and you just made an excellent point. He is consistent on what he wants to do. His flexibility, which some people may call changing their mind or whatever, however they want to phrase it, is how to get there.
Exactly. When you see something that's not working, then you say, "Okay, I've got to pivot." You know,
Sorry, that's the definition of stupidity: is doing the same thing and over and over and
expecting different results. I keep voting Democrat. They're not giving me anything, so let me go vote for them because of Trump. No, that doesn't make sense to me. But, and it's so. I know this is like going way longer than I thought, but I just got to ask this. Or say this point. When I'm talking to potential signers, I haven't had one person that's told me they disagree with anything that Dr. West has said on their platform. Never.
Right.
If I hear one more time, but Trump, I think I'm going to scream.
Here's the thing so I was on vacation. I used to live in San Diego for a while. So I went and visited a friend. We were in Burbank. We forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. I just wanted some lunch before I got on the plane, right? So we go into this pub, and it's really loud. And we got sat next to these two young girls, college age, and yeah. So that was her concern. Like, eventually, I work it into the conversation because that's just what I do. And she's like, "Yeah, but Trump." I'm like, they want you to be afraid. That makes me unafraid because it's their tool. It's the tool they're using. And I'm sorry, I'm an American and I refuse to be afraid.
I want to thank you for saying that because I have said so many times on my Facebook page, now that you started following me, I, at some point, every day I had made up my mind, I'm going to post something about Dr. West. Every single day. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I don't care. This is what it is. They're older now because I think they've realized, no, this is the way she's going to vote. Mm-hmm. All you're doing is giving the election to Trump. Do you want Trump? And so my answer was, this is how I answer because I'm petty. I want everybody out there to know I'm petty. I was like, and so why doesn't Biden do something so I will vote for him?
Right.
Never. I haven't heard anything.
Well, there is the history of Germany And that is how fascists came to power, is because the opposition party didn't do anything. So I'm sorry, it's Biden's fault if we get Trump.
And nobody's ever willing to say that. Nobody wants to make it.
We did.
We did, but we've got a lot of work to do. And
I got a funny one for you real quick. So this, I loved like creating like little sayings. So there was an old movie, I think it's Brad Pitt, called The Mexican. And he has a line in there, which I've kind of borrowed and made my own. He's standing there, challenging this guy, trying to get him to do something, right? He's like, "Are you a Mexican or a Mexicant?" And I say, "Are we American or are we Americant?"
wow, that's another one I'm going to use. That's another one. Everybody, I want to thank Edie. Now, you can stick around for this part because I said I had a big, huge
I want to be here
announcement.
for the announcement. Absolutely.
Because Indiana, we are still needing volunteers to help us get signatures. We have decided to create a Facebook ad page. We have a 30-second commercial that will debut at our meeting. I'm not going to play it now. No, I'm going to make you come to our. If you live anywhere near the state of Indiana, or you're on our mailing list like Edie is, you'll get an email from me probably Monday evening with that link. Let me tell you about this ad. It is, I was like, oh my goodness. I can't believe we just did this. Now, I don't want to brag, but I'm bragging on this one. It is a well done 30-second video. No, we couldn't afford a whole minute, but it's 30 seconds. It's brief. It gets to the point. Second thing is we are hosting a fundraiser April the 22nd. And you can actually, I'm going to put this link right in the page. I'm going to actually go find it. I'm getting it now because we are selling tickets. And I can't, of course, find it because I'm trying to find it. And I should have thought about this.
How much are the
They are $5. $5 will get you a seat at our Crisis in America conversation. So we will have 3 panelists, and Dr. West is going to address us by video.
Yay.
So there is the link, even if you cannot come. It is April 27th, 1801 Nowlin Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana. And one more, because
22nd?
April 22nd.
Okay.
April 22nd, that is the website. Especially if you live in Indiana. Especially if you live in Indiana, get your ticket. It's only $5. It will all go to the campaign. We can see 80. So get your tickets. It's going to be a great discussion about how the crisis overseas, and it is a crisis, is affecting or infecting or affecting, whichever one of those, both of them actually.
Affecting? I don't know.
Yeah, one of the two.
I think it's above.
I'm like, how is impacting us? There you go, impacting.
That's a good one too.
Local Hoosiers and what we can do about it, and that's of course elect Dr. West. Mm-hmm. Second to last announcement, which I don't have the link for this yet, but May 10th, I want every Cornel West person to write down this date, May the 10th. This person right here, me, is hosting a virtual fundraiser for Dr. West. We think the link is going to be up by Tuesday or Wednesday. But I'm going to be emailing everybody the little flyer I created. All the money goes to Dr. West. Support starts at $10. is going to be a great. We'll play 2 games. What do you know about Dr. West, and what do you know about Dr. West's platform? So if you're on my mailing list, or if you're a Dr. West supporter in Slack, you'll definitely see it. You'll definitely see it. But be sure, when I share that link for the commercial on Slack on Tuesday, you share it everywhere you can. Everywhere. I'm very pleased with it. I saw it and I almost cried. I was like, look at what we can do working together.
Yeah.
And it's all because we deserve better choices than
Yeah.
what we have. We deserve better.
The people have forgotten they actually have the power.
That's right.
Because if we decide not to play their game, the game stops.
Exactly. And I want to again invite everybody to go to cornelwest2024.com, learn about the platform.
Volunteer.
Volunteer. Please volunteer. Please volunteer.
Here's
and donate.
sorry.
No,
And
go ahead.
here's what I'll say. Volunteering is not scary. It is an amazing experience. It gets rid of that feeling you have of helplessness to actually do something. And there's trainings. You have wonderful people like Tracy that will guide you, get you on the right path to give you confidence to go out there and talk to people. Because it's my experience when I was in Evansville, people are so ready for our message. We just got to get it out there. So we need your help.
Thank you, Edie. Thank you, everybody. And I am God. I'm so sorry. I know you go just clown me for the rest of my life, and I'll take it. I did not mean to block you, but I don't have time to play games with trolls. I just won't. I'm not. This is my platform. I'll do with it what I want to do with it.
Right.
Didn't ask you to like it. Don't expect you to. Oh well. I'm going, and remember, it's always hashtag I'm going west.
Ooh, I love that.
Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic evening. I'll see you next week with another interview with another person who I'll be talking to. So look forward to that. Have a great evening.